I don't really post things like this, but I need to tell someone, and I can't tell anyone I actually know because I don't know how to say it out loud without sounding like I've totally lost it. I work nights at a commercial building downtown, 15 floors, mostly law firms and accounting offices, and it's usually empty by 7. My job is to do rounds every 2 hours. I check the doors, watch the cameras, and fill out a log that nobody actually reads. I've done it 4 nights a week for 4 months, and until last week, nothing unusual had ever happened. I know every floor of this building. That's not an exaggeration. When you walk the same hallways in the same order twice a night for 4 months, you know every water stain on every ceiling, every door that sticks, every light that flickers. You know the building the way you know your own apartment. So, when I found a door I didn't recognize on the 9th floor, well, I noticed. It's at the end of the east corridor, past the last suite, in a section of wall I have walked past approximately 480 times. There is no door there. I would have bet my life on that. Well, now there's a door there. Dark wood, older than everything else in the building, and no keycard panel, no handle. Just a door with a small circular indentation about chest height, the size of a coin. I stood there for a long time just looking at it. I knocked, and nothing. I pushed on it, and it didn't move. So I went back to the security desk and pulled up the building blueprints we keep on file. The 9th floor, east corridor. No door, no room, nothing but a wall. I wrote it in the log. Anomalous door, east corridor, 9th floor, does not appear on blueprints or recommend inspection. I figured maintenance would deal with it. So I went home and I slept fine. Nobody mentioned it the next day. I checked the log when I came in that night. My entry was there, but underneath it, someone had written in different handwriting. Checked and noted, no action required. And that was it. No explanation, no name, just checked and noted. So I did my rounds. I walked past the door and I stopped. The circular indentation. I have a coin in my pocket every night. Not for any particular reason, just to have it. Something to do with my hands during the long quiet stretches. I've carried a coin every night for years. I don't know why I pressed it into the indentation. I want to say I don't know why, but that's not completely true. I knew exactly why. The indentation was the exact size of the coin, and something in my brain just completed the circuit, I guess. The way you finish a sentence someone else started. And the coin fit perfectly. And guess what? The door opened. I want to be very clear about what I mean when I say the door opened. I mean it swung inward slowly and smoothly the way a well-maintained door does. Like it had been opened 1,000 times before. Like it was used to it. No creak, no resistance. I stood in the doorway and shone my flashlight inside. It was an office, old, small, and a desk and chair and a filing cabinet and a lamp that wasn't plugged into anything. Dust on everything except the chair. The chair looked clean and, well, used. I stepped inside, and the door swung shut behind me. I turned around and pushed it, and it opened fine until I felt stupid for half a second of panic. I propped it open with my flashlight and looked around more carefully. The filing cabinet had one drawer slightly open, so I pulled it out all the way. And there were files, dozens of them, each one labeled with a date. The most recent was from 8 months ago. The oldest I could find was from 1987. I pulled the most recent one, and inside was a single sheet of paper, a log, same format as the security logs I fill out every night. Same columns, Time, location, and observation. It was exactly the same. But the name at the top of the log wasn't mine. It was the name of the guard who had this job before me. I knew his name because it was on the employment forms I signed when I started. Previous occupation of position, standard paperwork. I read through his log. And for the first 3 months, it was completely normal. Rounds, door checks, nothing to report. The same mundane entries I write every night. Then about a month before he left, the entry started changing. Small things at first, a sound from the 8th floor that stopped when he went to check. A camera on the 6th floor showing a figure in the hallway that was empty when he got there, and the kind of things you talk yourself out of when you work alone at night. And then one entry, 2 weeks before his last shift. Found the room, East Corridor, 9th floor. Used a coin, went inside, found the files. I stopped reading. I looked at the filing cabinet, all those dates going back to 1987, all those guards who found the room, all those logs documenting whatever they saw in the weeks after they went inside. I pulled a file from 1987. Well, same format, same progression. 3 months of formal entries and then small things and then found the room, used a coin, went inside. Every single one of them found the room within the first 4 months. Every single one of them used a coin they happened to have. I looked at the coin in my hand. I've carried a coin every night for years. I told myself that a minute ago like it was a neutral fact. But I'm sitting here now thinking about when I started doing that and I can't remember. I've just always done it. It's just a habit. And I don't know where it came from. The lamp on the desk turned on. It's not plugged in. I checked twice. The cord is there, but it ends 6 inches from the outlet. Totally frayed and old and not connected to anything. And the lamp is on. I'm writing this from the desk in that room because I don't want to leave until I finish reading the files, and I don't want to read the files until I've told someone what I found because something about documenting it first feels important. It feels like what you do when you want proof that you were here, that you saw this. I'm going to start reading now. If this is the last thing I post, check the building records for whatever address this account has logged. 9th floor, East Corridor. The door needs a coin to open. You'll know which coin. You've been carrying it for years.